Hello everybody, Golden Boy here, and I'm back with another Blackbeard theory. I know we've all heard good theories about Blackbeard being an octopus, or Blackbeard being Cerberus, but when was the last time you heard a theory about Blackbeard that's new? I've come to end this war. Not only am I the first to put this theory out on a new Mythical Zoan, but this devil fruit's existence has already been hinted to exist in the canon of the story. This isn't just some random Japanese yokai, this is a big-time name in Asian folklore that's already directly tied to other devil fruits in the story of One Piece. So stick around until the end and let me know what you think about Blackbeard's new devil fruit. My conclusion might surprise you because it has something to do with astrology, but don't worry, I'm not gonna give Blackbeard a zodiac reading or something. I'm no crystal girl. However, I will start by giving a quick analysis on Blackbeard and his needs. Just briefly to give an overview, we already know that Blackbeard grew up on Whitebeard's ship, and he waited years until he found the Yami Yami no Mi. He snaked his crewmate and then he hopped ship. Strategically, he used his warlord position to get himself into Impel Down and get the worst criminals erased from history. Then, opportunistically, he jumped in at Marineford and finished off Whitebeard to take his Gura Gura no Mi. Blackbeard is the most opportunistic pirate in the verse, and he's getting himself unstoppable. With the Yami Yami, he has the ultimate counter, to null any devil fruit. With the Gura Gura, he has earth-shattering attack power. But the only thing he doesn't have is defense. When he fought Ace, we saw that the darkness actually increases his damage intake. Despite being a Logia, he's not intangible. He takes even more damage, and that's why Blackbeard needs a fruit that can heal or defend against attacks. So why didn't he take Marco's Phoenix Zone? Did anybody ever wonder that? The Phoenix is the perfect fruit for Blackbeard. It's the only zone that can give him the properties of intangibility, and it adds on an active healing factor. That would be broken for Blackbeard. He won the payback war, and he didn't even kill off Marco to take the fruits. The fact that he didn't take the Phoenix fruit leads me to believe that he must have a larger scheme planned out. We know Blackbeard is a master planner, and that he's hunting devil fruits right now. Because he didn't take Marco's fruit, there must exist a mythical zone in the universe that provides even better benefits. Something more defensive with greater power. Immediately, Kaido's fruit comes to mind, but I truly do not think that Blackbeard's gonna get Kaido's fruit. Narratively, it just doesn't fit for me. After spending years in Wano, we aren't gonna face the same dragon for a final villain. However, the most defensive mythical creature in Japanese history actually isn't Seiryu. It's very closely related. In chapter 999, we learn that Kaido's fruit is revealed to be the mythical fish fruit model Seiryu. Looking into the Azure Dragon, or Seiryu, we're able to see that it's the name of an Eastern dragon from mythology. But Azure isn't just there to describe the dragon's color. It's called Seiryu, or Azure Dragon, because Kaido's fruit is a mythological dragon from ancient Asian culture. It's a proper noun. Seiryu is a dragon deity, one of the 4 symbols, or guardian deities. I did some research, and these 4 guardians are called the Shijing. They have their roots in Chinese mythology as they guarded the constellations of ancient China's sky, and they were adopted by the Japanese sometime around the 7th century AD. These 4 deities are each assigned a cardinal direction to guard. Kaido's fruit, Seiryu, is the guardian of the east. The white tiger Byaku is said to guard the west, the phoenix Suzaku guards the south, and the black tortoise Genbu guards the north. In Japan, these 4 guardians have merged with Buddhism as the 4 heavenly kings, the Shitenno. These beasts are linked to astrology as they guarded the constellations in the sky, but I promise that's as zodiac as this theory's gonna get. The fact that Kaido has a named guardian deity leads me to believe that the other 3 deities exist canonically in the One Piece universe. Is Oda really gonna create only one of the 4 named guardian deities? I truly believe that we're gonna see the existence of the other cardinal deities before the close of the series. So now that I've explained my reasoning for why the deities exist, let me tell you about why I think Blackbeard will have one of these deity fruits, with evidence that speaks to his narrative parallels with Luffy, his defensive power needs, and his character thus far in the story. I think Blackbeard is on the hunt for one of these 3 guardian deity devil fruits, and I think he wants The Northern Guardian, the Dark Tortoise Genbu. Genbu is the name for the Northern Guardian called the Black Warrior, and is symbolized as a turtle-snake hybrid creature. The symbolism of the snake and the turtle come from Chinese legend where King Zunwu sought to become enlightened and divine. He purged all earthly desires from his body, slicing open his stomach to remove the food of the earth that he consumed, and his intestines spilled out into the river to become divine, taking the form of a turtle and a snake as a divine guardian. Each deity is associated with divine properties, seasons, times, and other characteristics, and I think Genbu's associations serve a striking similarity to Blackbeard. Firstly, the association to black and darkness is an obvious similarity. It's also said that Genbu is aligned to the season of winter and the cold, which is a loose tie to Blackbeard, as it is thought that he was born on a winter island due to the snowy childhood picture and the fact that people on winter islands don't sleep like Blackbeard. Genbu is said to be able to predict the future and is tied to faith, which is like Blackbeard's ability to plan out world-shaking events years in advance, and his heavy belief in fate. Being associated with knowledge and wisdom is another tie to Blackbeard, as we know that his favorite hobby is studying history and seeking knowledge. And Genbu's associated time is even midnight, which is fitting for a man who never sleeps. But all of those loose ties aside, the part that really got me on board was about yin energy, the force of darkness and shadow. Genbu is full of yin energy, and in ancient China, he was worshipped as the god of the moon. God of the moon. That sounds so familiar because it's exactly like the sun god, except it's the inverse. Blackbeard as a character has been written to be the opposite side of the same coin with Luffy. They aren't all that different, they're just inverses of each other. Well, the best way to be the inverse of Luffy, the sun god supposedly, is by being the moon god, and the moon god's name is Genbu. Okay, now take like 14 seconds and feel free to pause to laugh here at how dumb it would be to have Blackbeard's big fat round body morph into a shell with a long wrinkly neck. Okay, you just pause, that's fine. Actually, wait, no, before we move on, this also means that his hybrid form would probably be something like a Ninja Turtle.
Cow, a bummer, dude.
But all jokes aside now, let me tell you why Blackbeard needs Genbu. Because the powers that Oda can write for Genbu are crazy, and they're exactly what Blackbeard needs. Do you know how hard it is to pierce Kaido's defenses with his guardian deity dragon scales? The only thing harder would be a guardian deity turtle shell. Plus, with a snake shedding its skin, it's said to be born again, renewing its life force. Turtles were thought to be immortal, and they live for ages. With a mythological fruit known for its defense and healing, Blackbeard would have a power that's even greater than Marco's defense and healing. Nothing's getting through that turtle shell, and even if it did, he can always just shed his skin and heal anew. Genbu is said to be quite wise and could even predict the future. I wonder if that could give Blackbeard a counter to Luffy's future sights. The Black Tortoise is associated with water as well, and if you want to make a final boss that's OP, give him the ability to control a Devil Fruit user's ultimate weakness, the sea. Okay, Golden Boy, that's a pretty good theory you got there. I can see how Genbu fits narratively as Luffy's inverse, and it's the ultimate defense, fixing any gaps in Blackbeard's arsenal, but I still have some counter arguments left. He doesn't have this fruit already, so where is it? Is he just gonna find it? Well, what do you think he's been doing for the past 2 years? He's devil fruit hunting. He's sending his subordinates to all parts of the world to discover this fruit. We've seen Burgess go to Dressrosa to hunt for devil fruits, and we know that Blackbeard has studied devil fruits since he was a kid. He had a plan to wait until fate blessed him with the Yami Yami no Mi. The next phase of this plan is to be patient and find this legendary fruit. He didn't take Marco's, and he's not going to take Kaido's. Blackbeard has a fruit in mind already, and I think it's going to be the Genbu fruit. Okay, that's fair, but we know that he's hunting, and we know that he would maybe know about this fruit already because he studies devil fruits, but how can Blackbeard even eat multiple devil fruits in the first place? Threeful's octopus theory makes a lot of sense. It explains how he's able to consume multiple fruits. Well, in response to that, I say that the Zoan doesn't have to explain his strange ability to eat multiple fruits. I don't think that Blackbeard already had a devil fruit, like an octopus or a Cerberus, before eating the Yami Yami and the Gura Gura. I think that Blackbeard is just literally built different. But don't just take my word for it, listen to what Marco says during Marineford. He was Blackbeard's doctor. He knows that Blackbeard's body isn't normal. He said so. I think that Blackbeard's able to eat extra fruits because he was experimented on as a young child. And we know that the world government captures orphans and experiments on them. We've seen it. We've seen it at Punk Hazard, and we've seen it with Mother Carmel. So the same could be said about Blackbeard. And no wonder he would be so excited to escape and join a pirate crew like Whitebeard's. He must hate the world government for what they did to him, which is why he wants to take over the world. Naturally, he would inherit Rock's will. Blackbeard just wants vengeance on the corrupt world government. Just like Luffy, he wants to take down the enemy, but because they're opposite sides of the same coin, he's the moon god, he's going to go about it in a different way. So I normally like to put on my tinfoil hat for my theories. I think it's super fun to do that, but for this theory, I think I supported it with enough evidence. That being said, let's do a big review. So, Blackbeard is likely hunting for a third devil fruit, and we think that it's going to be a mythical zone. And we know that Blackbeard needs defense or healing to complete his arsenal. We think that Marco's Phoenix fruit is perfect for him, but because he didn't take the Phoenix, I think it's safe to say he has his eyes set on an even better devil fruit. Kaido's fruit is one of the 4 Shijin, or guardian deities, and the fact that Shiryu exists means that Genbu should probably exist as well. Genbu fits the bill both narratively and power-wise for Blackbeard. He would be associated with darkness and hailed as the moon god, the inverse of Luffy's sun god. For power, the defense would be even greater than Kaido's scales and could even potentially heal himself or become immortal as a mythological turtle. Blackbeard doesn't need to have a devil fruit that explains his ability to consume multiple devil fruits. A much easier explanation that has been referenced in the story is that Blackbeard was an orphan and was taken as an orphan to be experimented on, and that's why Marco, the ship's doctor, knows that Blackbeard's body is not normal, and that's what drives Blackbeard's character. My theory doesn't just explain how he's able to eat multiple fruits, but it also explains what shaped Blackbeard to be the villain that he is today. So, I think that there is a great case for Genbu. And if you like my theory, please like and subscribe, comment, even share. I love writing Blackbeard theories, so I won't get butthurt if you have different opinions. I'm making a series of other Blackbeard devil fruit theories. It's my favorite topic, and I know that y'all like to watch those too. So if you have any good theories, comment them below, and I might even make a video on it, and I'll shout you out and give you credit too. But that's all I have to say for now. Thank you all for your time today, and I'll see you again next time. And remember, stay golden. Thanks for watching.
Oh, a bummer, dude.